that the IIT JEE journey is not just about getting into IITs or NITs. And it's not just people who get into the top colleges who get their life on track and get the best things in life. That is completely false and a myth which people have. Even if you are not getting into top colleges, it is okay because there is a good proportion of luck involved in it as well. And the IIT journey is not just about learning the concepts and scoring maximum tests. It is about building a discipline. It is about building habits which will stay with you for a much longer run.
Yeah, and talking about, say, for example, a student cleared the exam. Now he's a part of Indian Institute of Technology. How should students use these 4 years effectively? Let it be in academics or extracurricular activities, let it be for technical events, internship, whatever it is. Can you give me a rough roadmap? How should students go about?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that is what I liked about Anuj Bhaiya, that he is constantly ideating everything, and he is like हमें कुछ तो ऐसा करना है जिससे इंडिया में पढ़ रहे जितने भी बच्चे हो वो कितने भी अंडर प्रिविलेज्ड हो या कितने भी हाई क्लास के हो, हमें सबका भला करना है. So that is the reason why I joined CollegeMap, and that is what I liked about Anuj Bhaiya.
That is inspiration. Everyone for joining us for another wonderful episode of Undefined. This episode is really special. We have been joined by 2 amazing people from Mumbai. There were 2 students who cracked IIT JEE exams. They are part of IIT today, and now they are helping everyone crack the exams and find the right colleges. Such a wonderful people we have here. Joining us from Indian Institute of Technology, Mumbai, Mr. Aayush Ranjan and Mr. Anuj Patel. Both are pursuing engineering in IIT Mumbai. Guys, wonderful to have you here. And I'm telling you, viewers, these are no ordinary people. You might have heard of the saying in Hindi that मैं घायल हूं इसलिए घातक हूं. A person, Aayush Ranjan, who believes that setbacks does not weaken a person, but it actually sharpens them. Anuj, on the other hand, believes that purpose is everything. If there is a problem, the willingness to participate, engage in the problem, and solve the problem, that matters the most, rather than thinking about the outcome of the problem. Such wonderful people we have here. Guys, thank you so much for accepting my invite. Welcome to Undefined. And I stole those lines from your LinkedIn, by the way. Yes. Welcome, guys. Welcome. So, guys,
thank you so much for having us, Vinod.
Yes, fantastic to have you here. Really, I'm really excited for this podcast. So, guys, you have been a part of IIT for quite some time. I should definitely ask this question. What is so special being a student of IIT? And also, I want to know about what is the learning system like in IIT?
About special things about IIT, I mean, the entire country is very excited about joining IIT and even about graduating from IIT. People care about the amazing placements which we have, which is very true. The top 7 IITs and the upcoming IITs as well, they have amazing placements, many of them. But what many people don't know are the many more opportunities that people get. Apart from placements, you get to meet amazing people. You get to work on your own ideas. You can explore engineering in a way that no other colleges in India would allow you to do so. So as a student in 12th standard, all of this is very exciting. Especially many engineers here have said that they were inspired by Iron Man, and that is why they even wanted to do engineering.
Wow.
And such a basic start leads to many more future prospects. Like you can see, even in warlike situations, and even when it comes to defense of the country, anywhere you go, engineering is present. There is not a single
Absolutely.
field where engineering is absent in the entire country or even in the entire world. You go to the space, you go on land, you go inside the water. Engineering is present everywhere.
That's true. So now about the big topic, the college map. Whose idea was that? How did it come into existence?
So the origin of CollegeMap is actually very interesting. This was back in about September or October of 2024,
Okay.
and I had taken a course on project management.
Mm-hmm.
So in that course, they were teaching us about decision making, how you can choose where to build an airport, for an example, whether you should build it in Delhi in a specific region or you should build it in Mumbai. So I was just studying that course and I was not enjoying it a lot, but I was still listening and it just snapped in my head that, oh, this is like choosing your college after JEE. Whether should I take IIT Bombay or should I take IIT Delhi? That was a simple question from which this plant began to grow.
Okay.
And that's when I realized ki, oh, maybe I can make an algorithm based on this exact ideology that lets help students choose their branches and colleges more carefully. Because what happens is even after choosing the college and even after choosing the best branches, many students are quite dissatisfied that, oh, maybe I should have taken another college, maybe I should have taken another branch. So I realized this lack of awareness which people have is really concerning
Yeah.
because I joined IIT in 2023 and people had this notion, even many of my friends had this notion, and I saw it in my juniors and seniors, and many people were quite dissatisfied with the branch they took. So it just started as a very technical problem. Let's build an algorithm to help students find the best branch. And that's how it started growing. Then I found some relevant people. I started connecting with people on my campus across other institutes. And it just started off as a way to find the correct college for students based on their interests and what do they really want to do. And later on, the idea started growing more and more about what we should do. Initially, it was just we were just targeting the post JEE phase in the counseling phase when students will choose their colleges. But later on, we expanded more and more and decided that we can also start helping out students in their JEE preparation itself. So what we started proposing to students was you can study from wherever you want. We are here to provide you guidance that you want. We will provide as much as of our guidance as possible. We'll provide it for free. We'll provide it as a paid feature as well, based on your requirements. Based on what you require, we will provide that. We started connecting to students because you don't know anything about a problem before you connect with your stakeholders. That's the biggest thing. So on this realization, I started building a team across different IITs. I found some very, very enthusiastic people like Ayush and some more students from even other IITs. And we started connecting with students, and that's when we realized, oh, this is also a problem which students are facing. And we didn't even realize it. One thing which many students faced was they didn't have a lot of proper guidance. Like online coaching is becoming very, very popular now. Students are very enthusiastic about joining online coachings, but what happens is they have all the resources now, but they don't know how to follow it appropriately. So that is where we started guiding them appropriately. And along with that, we also heard them out. And that provides relief to students when someone who has already achieved their goals is hearing them out and telling them, is that right or wrong?
Yes.
And based on that, we also got some ideas on how we can develop our website and similarly, what more can we provide to help students out with? That's how it has been going.
Fantastic. Really, what you designed is not ordinary thing. See, when we get a doubt also, we don't know where to go and ask them. You know, how to clear.
Yes.
You built a platform for that. That's something wonderful. And Ayush, what is your part in CollegeMap and what do you think about this entire setting?
So my part in CollegeMap is to increase the marketing and increase the reach of
Okay.
the CollegeMap. So my main goal is to improve the strategies every day and to think of new ideas that in what way we can make CollegeMap reach out to as many students as we can.
That's fine. And talking about the college maps, the technical part, does it cover the entire curriculum or what all the things the students get to learn?
So it started off, like I said, we just started helping out students find out the right IIT. We took off very slowly. When this idea started in October 2024, the idea was simple that we will be testing out some ideas for JEE 2025 and taking our direction for JEE 2026 accordingly. So based on some feedbacks we got quite some criticism also, and we also realized that we could be doing much better. that what you are doing, that choosing a college cannot be done just by an algorithm. That was our biggest learning in 2024. And after that, we pivoted with a slightly different model that will still help students choose their college, but we'll do it in a slightly different manner. Will help students connect with connect with college students. For example, if a student is saying that I want to take IIT Guwahati Civil Engineering, we will help that student connect with a final year student of that exact college and branch, whichever college it is and whichever branch it is. And that way, anyone can basically find out whatever they want to know about that branch, all the goods and more importantly the bad parts also. Because before going into college, it's always the grass is greener on the other side. So people are not very aware about how it's going on. And what we are providing to students on the technical side, you have tons of reference books to follow. You have tons of online coachings to follow. You have unlimited free YouTube videos to follow if you really wish to study from anywhere. So what we are providing is just add on to that. We are promoting the students study from anywhere you want. We'll just provide them short notes, we'll provide them schedules, we'll provide them how to track their syllabus effectively. We are focusing on the strategy part. You do the hard work and we'll help you out in the strategy. That's our motto now.
I think you guys are competing with artificial intelligence actually. This is way beyond things what we are hearing this, but that's very good job what you're doing. So and talking about, say for example, a student cleared the exam. Now he's a part of Indian Institute of Technology. How should students use these 4 years effectively? Let it be in academics or extracurricular activities, let it be for technical events, internship, whatever it is. Can you give me a rough roadmap? How should students go about without wasting the time?
Yes, absolutely. The first thing I would like to bring upon is that no one is aware. Everyone just thinks that JEE is the end of the roadmap and हो गया JEE हो गया तो life में सब हो गया. That is not how it works, and that is not how it ever used to work. It's nothing new. And one more thing is that students nowadays, it has been a trend that students are very much interested in internships and placements. Nothing wrong about that, but at the same time, we should not be that limited. We are the head of the country and we should have our minds open to newer and newer things, and also being open to concepts. Just restricting yourself that I just want one of the best internships and placements and that's all I want. If you're doing that very well, you can get that, but you're probably limiting the possibilities. What I would suggest to make the best of your 4 years, your first year should be based fully around exploring whatever college you are, whether it's IIT or whether any other private college or any other government college as well. Just focus on exploring in the first year. Explore as much as you can. Try out new things, try out sports, try out events, go to dance if you don't like to dance, and participate in competitions, talk to people. That is how your first year should be. Do not limit yourself in what you can do. Try out everything, have fun, have lots of fun. That is the most important part of college. It's not just about working for internships or placements. It's important that you make friends, have fun with them, connect with them, share your thoughts, learn to listen to others. These soft skills are very, very important, which are becoming more and more underrated with every single year. So your first year should be totally around socializing and being open to new things. Then in second year, you can choose a rough direction that, okay, maybe I'm interested towards coding. Maybe I want to work on my own startup, or maybe I want to do some research in some, I'm in material science. So maybe something material science related or something chemical engineering related. So you can try out some more directions in second year. You still don't need to be fixated at all. Keep trying out new things, but have some consciousness in what are your exact interests. Once you are conscious that, okay, this is what I'm really enjoying to do, that is what your metric should be, what you are enjoying to do, and what you will be able to do for a long, long time. Because this is a marathon. This is not a sprint, how everyone is making it out to be recently. That, okay, मैं बस एक internship ले लूंगा and हो गया, मेरा sort हो गया. That is not how it is. You need to stay open, because what happens is, even after placements, even after internships, many IIT graduates change their jobs into some completely different field, or they go into their own startup. So it's not a final destination that you just choose one thing and stick with it for the rest of your life. You need to keep trying out new things. You need to find out what you want to do. And most importantly, keep working on your soft skills. Then in third year and fourth year, yes, you could be more focused on, okay, now maybe I like research, so maybe I should look into abroad universities or Indian colleges where I want to go for research. Or if you're interested in startups, you could work on that more seriously. And fourth year is just like a conclusion. You again have a bit of fun and you keep working on what you have already built on for the past 2, 3 years. And yes, you obviously need to start working on placements and internships also. So like somewhere between the second year or end of second year is honestly a good enough time for that, even in IITs. Because most of the students prepare for their third year internships after their second year. We get a 3 month summer break. So that is the biggest time when people prepare for their internships. So don't the most important tip would be don't be in a rush. Take your time, explore things, and make a habit to learn. Don't be lazy. That is also another very important thing for students.
Yes, superb. That's a roadmap everyone must follow, not only in Indian Institute of Technology. I think all the engineering colleges should follow. Thank you so much, Anu. That was well explained. So, guys, let's discuss your background for a moment. You people are doing your metallurgy engineering in IIT, if I'm not wrong, both of you, right?
Yes, yes. Metallurgical
Yes,
engineering and
yes.
material science.
Yeah, okay. You are in material science, or you're also doing material science?
Yeah, it's a single,
Oh,
like the
single.
name
Oh,
is
It's a
all right.
single
autonomous.
branch.
Oh, the single branch. All right. Both of you in the same branch, but Anuj is senior to you. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Okay, fantastic. So when you talk about metallurgy, so you guys get to do this thing like refining, extracting the ore. Do you do it practically?
No, no, it's based around theoretical learning mostly.
Mhm.
Like we learn the science and maths behind it.
Okay. Okay.
Doing it practically, we have some lab courses which teach us more in details, but we don't do it practically.
Okay.
We
Okay.
have some labs where we learn how to basically assess the quality of materials that we do. The curriculum is based more around material science rather than metallurgy now, because metallurgy is honestly a little bit outdated
Oh,
and material science is still quite upcoming.
yeah.
Like compared to metallurgy, it's completely different because material science you need materials everywhere. You go to space, you need materials which can be used there. You go underwater, you need materials which don't rust easily. So material science is still quite booming.
Mm. So but that's my next question. Actually, with the innovation of different things, say for example, you can say we have this nanomaterials, we have this sustainable materials, we also
Mhm.
have a lot of advanced alloys and all these things coming up in place. The entire world is changing when it comes to metallurgy. Where do you see the future of where it is going? What scope does metallurgy have in the future?
Uh, Honestly, metallurgy and material science branch has a lot of scope, but if pursued in the right manner. If you're interested in material science, you'll definitely enjoy the course a lot and you need to push yourself. It
Hmm.
is treated like people don't really know what the branch is, honestly. But if you look into it, there is a lot of depth to it and there is a lot of future potential in it.
Yeah.
And just for an example, if we talk about AI or if we talk about what's going on in the world right now, you need the chips for it. You need the computer chips for it. And the biggest concern for that is the material. If you need anything physical, you need to build it, you need to manufacture it. And I'm not sure many people will be knowing this, but currently the chip manufacturing, you won't, maybe you can take a guess. Which industry do you think is having a monopoly over is having a control over the production of the chips? Which
Chip,
kind of industry?
I don't know. Is some company in Taiwan or something?
No, no, the manufacturing does take place in Taiwan, but you won't believe it. It's some company which is involved in the manufacturing of toilets because they are
Oh,
involved in ceramics, and ceramics is a very, very important part.
but that's
So
a surprising fact. I didn't know that. Yeah.
So material science shines up in ways which no one can even imagine. At the back of everything, if you want to build anything, it needs to be physical and the materials need to be optimized a lot. So companies like this just show up from anywhere. And if you are able to see it, then uh, it takes time. But once you give it the chance, once you start saying, oh, this is where this material is being used. Even when you talk about simple appliances around the homes, even a simple iron or a door, anything you can point out, the material needs to be optimized for certain things. For example, if you are building a ship, it needs to ensure that it does not rust and sink because I don't even need to point out the cost. It's in hundreds of crores, a single ship of cargo.
Mm.
So it's again a very, very booming and very, very important field when studied rightfully.
Okay. Wow. Yes. Probably. I'm a software engineer. I've never, learned much about the metallurgy or mechanical things, but I am really interested in this, and I was so, fortunate to meet you guys, definitely. Well, talking about education system in India, do you guys believe the current Indian education system trains students for real world careers? I mean, are we all set to handle the future transformation? What kind of changes should we bring in our curriculum, be it in school curriculum, be it in engineering curriculum? Do you wish any subject to be added or removed? There is a need for change in the curriculum. I would like to get your opinions.
Definitely. Like this has always been my vision since I was in fifth, sixth, seventh grade, you could say, that something just felt wrong with the education system. Every student complains about it, honestly. But coming into college, it has become even more of a concern for me. When I was in school, I could just see what I was facing, and I was like, oh, this is how it should be. What other choice do we have? Firstly, schools, many schools, and honestly, almost all of the schools are based around scoring high in your board exams. And that itself is a very, very limiting factor for most students. The possibility to explore different interests and opportunities becomes very limited, especially if you're not in a well-to-do household, which is a very big part of India. And even if you're well-to-do, even parents become concerned that, oh, my brother's son is working in this great company. So for that, my child needs to score good in 10th, good in 12th. And that is the first major roadblock I feel. The emphasis on the importance of board exams should maybe be reduced. It is important to have exams, but it should not be that, oh, your entire life is shaped around how you score in this one exam, because it is definitely not true. I would say what has benefited me compared to others. I was one of the top scorers in my school, but I wasn't the first in the school. The things which helped me was in ninth and 10th, especially, I focused way more on talking with people and working on my soft skills, how I was communicating with people, how I was able to persuade them, and how I was able to listen to them. And I feel that those things have helped me out way more in IIT than studying any of the subjects. Especially, I didn't like Hindi and SSG a lot. So I feel that, yeah, the subjects are important, but I feel the overall focus should be different. It should not be based around just rote learning the answers and writing them down, because that is not how the world works. And engineering definitely does not work that way. As an engineer, you learn to solve problems. You need to know how to identify the problems and solve them. And again, for engineers, I think you will be able to relate to this. One very big problem which engineers face is communicating. Over the last 3 years, I've noticed that engineers like believing in numbers. Engineers are very good with numbers. They are very smart individually, but on collaborating, sometimes they struggle a lot. Like putting out their voice in a correct manner and hearing out others and shaping their opinion accordingly. Engineers, I feel, struggle there a lot. And maybe this has been
And
rooted
you
in them
believe the
from young
communication is
age.
the only hurdle for this, for getting into good
Yes,
collaboration? Okay, okay.
definitely. The school curriculum should be based more around real world skills like collaborating, teamwork, and not just around कि तुम खुद का पढ़ लो and तुम्हारा खुद का set करो. That is how I feel it is set right now. कि you just have to focus on yourself. There are some team projects and all which I feel are not emphasized on enough and focused on enough. Because in the real world, if you really want to become successful, or even if you want to earn a lot, whatever is your goal, you will need to collaborate with people. You cannot stand alone. And if you'll run alone, you'll reach quite some distance and you'll be satisfied. But if you work with people, you'll be able to probably feel a lot more satisfied. Because at the end, humans are social creatures. You cannot run alone. And that needs to be emphasized at a very young age. Even team sports, even I've seen many students keep saying on this that their sports classes are taken up to teach in class, and that honestly I feel is very disappointing on school side. The few activities which students have, it should be encouraged for them to cooperate with people. And even my own experience, and I think many students will agree that there are some students in schools who are way more extroverted and participative, and there are some who are quite introverted. So on the school side, the least they could do is promote everyone, help out everyone where they need it. Instead of just saying that, oh, everyone just has to score maximum on this marks because I want to put your photo and advertise for my school. I mean, a bit strong of an opinion, but I feel that if you are building a school for hundreds or even thousands of students, you have the power to make a change in this world, and you should be using that power in a good manner.
That's amazing. Really, when we are training students properly in a school education, two set of students will come out. One will be focused more on theoretical studies. One will be more practical. So the person who is
Yeah,
more practical will not get good scores in theory. It's a common,
exactly.
but definitely if you train both of the people, you can find a big person, a big successful person in both the stream, both the ends, everywhere. If we only give proper training, if we listen to people and make little tweaks on the curriculum, that's going to really help. Thank you so much, Anu. That was a fantastic insight from you.
I mean,
Say, for example, a person is writing IIT JEE, but not everyone makes it, gets through the exam. Some people may fail. So they tend to lose confidence. So what kind of suggestion would you give to those students to bounce back and, move forward in the career?
so firstly, I want everyone to understand that that the IIT JEE journey is not just about getting into IITs or NITs. And it's not just people who get into the top colleges who get their life on track and get the best things in life. That is completely false and a myth which people have. Even if you are not getting into top colleges, it is okay because there is a good proportion of luck involved in it as well. And the IIT journey is not just about learning the concepts and scoring maximum tests. It is about building a discipline. It is about building habits which will stay with you for a much longer run. So if you're studying, if it's about setting targets and trying to achieve them, when you're practicing for it, you just need to target, okay, I'll study for 5 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours. How much ever I am planning, am I able to achieve that? Those two things will carry you much farther ahead than just knowing the concepts of physics, chemistry, and maths. So don't just stay focused on marks ki, oh मेरे marks नहीं आ रहे हैं मेरे दोस्त के मुझसे ज्यादा marks आ रहे हैं. That is not what your goal should be. It should be, are you pushing yourself to achieve your potential? Have you put your 100% and still you are not able to do it? That should be your question. That's the important thing. You keep pushing yourself. And there are obviously a number of other exams which you have to target other than JEE. See, I myself also gave a number of other exams. And after that, if you're going to some other college, the discipline which you have built, you need to use that to work harder on whatever you want to work it. Firstly, explore what your interests are. Then maybe you can work towards your internships or placements based on what you want to do ahead in life. So not cracking JEE is very normal. It's just a very small percentage of people who get into the top colleges. But even if you don't get it, the success is not limited. You can get the success getting into any college you want.
Okay. As a continuity of the question, Ayush, I would want to ask you, so how should the aspirants approach this? While they are preparing for JEE exam, should they have an option of other colleges in mind? Should they go all the way with these two things in their mind? Or how should they approach?
See, the uncertainty in JE is very lot. So it has a lot of uncertainty. So there are many people who could not make into IIT or not even an IT or triple IT. But one thing I would like to tell them is that the opportunity is not limited. Today, the government colleges, many government colleges have a lot of opportunity. Even private colleges, the students placed from private colleges are excelling a lot. Even you can find that most of the private colleges students also they are in top companies like Google, Microsoft. So it's never about the college, it's about what you learn from the college and what you build there, what you learn there, and what what you achieve there, what all things you can learn from there when where you can implement in the real world. So it's more of that.
Okay. So I think they should have multiple options also all the way when they are starting JE. Okay, if not this college, we should be prepared for this college. Definitely, your career is not going to end with that, guys. It's a huge thing. It's just a start. Okay, maybe you will make friends with students in IIT, and you will also get along with the learning process, and anything may happen. So do not lose your confidence. Keep up with the thing. Always, you should go forward in your career. That's everyone's wish here.
Two
So,
things.
guys, what are your future plans? And I should ask, especially Anuj, what are your plans for your future and the future of CollegeMap?
Honestly, that's a very big question you're asking right now.
Okay.
To be honest, I'm not entirely sure on what my future holds. I'm currently in third year. I still have an intern to do. I still have to sit for my placements. And along with that, I have to take care of CollegeMap as well. Because we have quite a number of students who are seeking help from us regularly. So obviously, I can't just stop it altogether. And I won't be stopping it altogether. So my plan currently looks something like managing whatever job or startup, whatever. Like I'm not entirely sure. Maybe I'll do jobs and startup at the same time, or maybe I'll just entirely shift to my startup based on how it looks after 1 year. I still have the time to figure it out, but yes, CollegeMap will keep continuing with or without me. It will keep going on to help more and more students. That's the goal.
I think that you will be greatly successful. Not only the CollegeMap, you will come up with so much ideas in the future. You are like a gem we have in our country, really, because of how you built the CollegeMap. I spent some time to go through that, and such ideas are really, really great. Thank you so much for that. And Ayush, I should also say that for supporting such great, initiatives. It's a really big thing. And what about you? What is your future goal? What do you want to become, actually?
So, in my case also, I haven't decided yet
Okay.
because I am in the second year. So, as Anuj Bhaiya told that in first year we explore and we in second year we start exploring in a limited way. Like for example, if we are interested in technical side or consulting side or product management. So, for example, if I am interested in consulting, so I am now starting exploring consulting side. I think I have much time and more time compared to Anuj Bhaiya. So definitely I will explore much.
And my wish is that you also should start something like CollegeMap with your own ideas and setting, because we have such great people with great minds in our country. So we want to, use it well, help other students, as well as you have to grow your business part of it, or maybe the revenue part of it as well. So
That
talking
is,
about, yes.
hey, yeah, I just wanted to say that that is what I liked about Anuj Bhaiya, that he is constantly ideating everything, and he is like हमें कुछ तो ऐसा करना है जिससे इंडिया में पढ़ रहे जितने ही बच्चे हो, वो कितने भी अंडर प्रिविलेज्ड हो या कितने भी हाई क्लास के हो, हमें सबका भला करना है. सो दैट इज द रीजन व्हाई आई जॉइंड कॉलेज लेवल एंड दैट इज व्हाट आई लाइक्ड अबाउट अनुज भैया.
That is inspiration, really. Yes. And what about AI, Ayush? Are you using AI? What is this AI shift is going to do to your generation?
AI
Uh,
is very helpful.
Okay.
Yeah, please, Anuj,
yeah.
let Anuj be us.
So actually, AI is still relatively a new thing. Like I gave my JEE in 2023, and I remember my exam was in January and April. And around January 2023, ChatGPT was becoming new. So I was just showing to my friends, hey, look, this app is there. It can write your essays, and you can basically use it like Google, but it's easier than Google. That's literally how I described it. So it is still a newer thing. And honestly, AI is a very, very good thing if used in the right manner. But at the same time, the truth is that many people, especially students, don't know how to use it. People are treating it like a machine. I'll ask it questions and it will give me answers. But that is not how I want the students to use it. I want students to get used to AI because it is the future. Use it in the right manner. I want students to use it in a manner to boost their learning. Maybe you can use AI to understand concepts or have a discussion. But feeding it questions and getting answers out of it, that is completely unhealthy. And along with that, how we are using AI, that is also actually we are still exploring into it. We are slowly using AI to automate some of our features and make our lives easier and help out more students at the same time. So recently we have been using AI to develop some of our resources. And along with that, like there are some features on our website. We have a feature which students can use to give previous year JEE means papers. So to make those papers, we have to do a lot of manual work as well. So in setting up these papers for students, we use AI in our algorithms basically to help us speed up our process. And along with that, in learning side, we are still exploring. We have a small AI bot which students can use to ask doubts, but we are still developing. So yes, we definitely acknowledge that we can't stay devoid of it, and we need to adapt it and use it in the right manner. So we are trying out new things, we are scrapping out some old things, we are continuously reinventing things right now.
Okay. So how are you using Ayush, the artificial intelligence?
So artificial intelligence I use basically to learn a topic in depth. For example, in Google or in any other source. For example, if I want to learn some topic of my college course, so if I want to learn that, then I just type it in Chat GPT and then I get to know the depth of it. Because the one thing I liked about AI is that it explains you everything in depth. So in depth knowledge is the thing which our courses require here, because when it comes to solving the complex questions, then it's not that what are the numericals you are solving, it's about applying the knowledge efficiently, because AI explains everything in depth. And even I have friends from computer science and engineering department, so uh, they do something called vibe coding.
Hmm.
So vibe coding is the one thing I got to learn about what is it actually here. So in my first year, we had a course called C++ programming. So in that, the students used AI very much, and they taught me that what is vibe coding actually.
Okay. Wow. So you are also into learning about everything, exploring AI in depth. About
Yes, yes,
that's fantastic.
yes.
Guys, as we wrap up the conversation, one thing is very clear from learning about everything that you have put in the college map is that finding the right path in education is not a guesswork anymore. And also, it is not about following the most popular path. It's about one that aligns with you and where you want to go in the future. So it is very clear. And I should definitely say that your vision for the college map is truly inspiring. It will help a lot of students and the parents to find the right course, and also the students who are preparing for JEE. And as a token of appreciation, and also, we have hit 500 subscribers. As a token of thanks for you guys being a part of our podcast, we would love to gift you 2 t-shirts, each one of you, with your desired logo printed on the shirt. It will be delivered to your doorstep in Mumbai. Thank you so much for being a part of this conversation. You guys gave us so much insights, honest perspectives about various concepts, and it's going to help a lot of students and all my audience. Definitely, it's wonderful to have you guys here. It was an absolute delight. Thank you so much for being a part of this podcast, and we wish we will do more podcasts in the future. Thank you so much, and good evening.